So runway is runway, and we know the challenges that come with it, that you spend this enormous amount of money, and like in 30, 45 minutes, it's all over, and you have maybe 10 minutes worth of footage.
30, 40 minutes, more like 20 minutes.
Yeah, more like 20 minutes. Well, I'm talking about the wait time. The wait time of sitting everyone down and forever hoping that it's going to start somewhere on time. Yeah. But let's now transition, because market is Paris, for example, runway shows and trade shows happen simultaneously. Mm-hmm. So there's the trade show happening. Sorry, there's runway happening. Trade shows happening for 3 days or so. Mm-hmm. But then there's another week or so of showrooms that are driving sales. That setup still exists today. That business model still exists today, where brands will go and they'll take their own little apartment and show out of their apartment, or they'll show out of a multi-brand showroom, or they'll decide to do a runway. Where do you see which of those is still necessary and the value of it?
Runway shows, we concluded there is no ROIs on them anymore.
Fair enough.
People that go to, at the same time, for example, as you were referring to Paris Fashion Week, people that are exhibiting, they usually don't have runway shows at all.
Correct.
That they are at the trade show. Then you have high-end companies who do the runway, but like you said, they finish the runway, a few days later they open up their showrooms where clients go. I've communicated and spoken recently to some of the people that are still in this high-end fashion industry. There's no more runways.
Yeah.
People do still, due to COVID, it's a little bit restricted. I would say like a lot less. Everybody's doing it through Zoom, and it's kind of like, it's very bizarre. Like
sales are happening through Zoom?
Yeah, sales.
Collection previews are happening through Zoom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, where some of the major designers that go like, and actually the designers themselves, they are making the presentation to some of the big clients. So the designer goes, and in the back there is a client.
Which they would never have done in the past.
Never.
Never.
Never. But like now even designers are getting involved, probably because like everything is at stake,
Yeah.
Like you need to sustain yourself, like, and pay the bills. Otherwise, it's game over.
Yeah.
Like, and who's going to survive? Obviously, the conglomerates, the biggest ones. So they're doing it through Zoom. People that used to go to trade shows, I don't know how they're going to survive, because they didn't have anything, and unless they position themselves in the market and have a slightly bigger share of the market, they may be still existing, but I would say like 90% of them are like not.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can be a little bit more optimistic.
Right. It is very pessimistic from what, and I have to be real, this is how I see it.
Yeah.
I don't see, and it's not like this is because of COVID. COVID, I think, was triggered something that's going to stay permanent. But people, just like other businesses.
It accelerated the disruption our industry needed, and it's forced everyone to do what they were already heading towards doing.
Sure, but also at the same time, from the the operating expenses point of view, a lot of people have realized, like we can actually operate a lot cheaper like this.
Absolutely.
Because look what happened to other companies, not only like fashion companies, but other. There's no more traveling. Yeah. You know what saving that is to other big conglomerates? There's no more traveling, which means obviously no hotels, airplane tickets, and all that stuff. And they're like, we can use all this money actually for R&D, to further, develop the product, etc.